Hey everybody, it's Jackie's with Jackie's Wreaths and Things. We're going to work on a horse head. We're going to do a little bit different than most. We're going to goody it up and do it Jackie's Wreaths and Things style. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, I thought about cutting these off, but I felt like if I cut these off, it would make it so the burlap would slide around. So we kind of don't want to do that. I think this is going to add a little extra grip for the burlap for it to stay attached. So you want to pull in all of the ties that come on the form except for the ones on the outer. It's going to leave you 5 on the outer, and I think, you know what, we'll leave this one. So we'll leave 6. We're going to use burlap. I do not promote the use of burlap, but the burlap is thicker and it's going to make it easier. We're not going to be cutting this up too much for this project, so I think we'll be okay. If you are afraid, don't forget to wear a mask when using the burlap. This burlap came from Hobby Lobby. It is a 5-inch burlap. To secure the burlap, we're going to use a zip tie. Normally I wouldn't use zip ties, I would tie it into a tie, but this is going to go a little bit differently for this project. So we are going to use a zip tie to secure it. Make sure that when you secure it that you do a nice ruffle. To secure it, you can't just wad it up, do a nice ruffle because this needs to be straight ultimately. I'm going to secure it and start it over here at the ears. There's a point right here where all the frames meet so it won't slide. So that's why I want to start it over here, and that's where I want to start my wrap. So make sure you secure that down tightly. Take the open end of the zip tie and kind of tuck it down. And then we're going to cut it off. So now we're going to start making our wrap around. I'm going to go down this way first because I'm trying to get the first wrap to anchor really well. And then I'm going to come back and go in between the ties. Then I'm going to come back again. I'm going to keep going in between the ties that we're leaving stuck out. to make the mane later on. And now I want to start to go around the horse's nose. You'll probably have to wrap this as you are comfortable doing. Just trying to make it nice and smooth and look nice is your whole goal. No two people are going to wrap this the same. Okay, so we've come to the end of that roll. So we're going to flip this over for a second because we're not done. because we got to go back up the neck and smooth the head out. So what I'm going to do to connect the pieces, I'm going to ruffle them up nicely. And then once again, I'm going to use a zip tie. I'm going to pull the piece I'm going to cut around toward the back. We don't want somebody hanging this on their door and having that rough edge out cutting it. I'm going to give that a little pull, and then we're going to continue on now that we have attached the two pieces. And now we're going to go back up the horse head. Because we want to make sure that you're not seeing, when you hold your horse head up to the light, that you're not seeing the frame. So it's kind of going to take a couple laps to achieve that. You might be able to get a thicker burlap than what's offered at Hobby Lobby, and then you won't have to do it as much. Okay, so this time, after I go around the neck one more time, I'm going to directly come up around the nose. We'll come back and fix that in a second, because I am on my way up to the ear. We're going to wrap this one more time here. Make sure I pull my tie out. Sorry if I'm making y'all sick with all the flipping and twisting. From the underneath, I'm going to come back up through the neck, because I want to come back up to the ear to get the other side of the ear. Just going to go over the top of it this time. I'm going to pull my mesh, and I'm going to make a nice little pleat tuck for the ear. Okay? So the ear sticks out. And I'm going to come back down to mouth. I'm going to tuck those edges. And then I'm going to pull up to the ear one last time, so to make sure the ear sticks up really well. I'm pulling on it really tight this time so that I'll have the ear and the shape, because this is the last time I'm going around. And this tie, I'm going to use this tie to secure it down. Make sure that that's pulled really, really tight before you secure it down. Go and push on a little bit if you need to tuck stuff and rearrange it to smooth it out. Then that's what you need to do. Make sure your ties, we're going to pull that one down. We're going to pull that one down. Straighten them out. Make sure your ties are straight. Oops, y'all, I lost the tie. I thought I had them both out and I didn't. I'm going to have to retrieve it. There it is. Don't do like I just did. Make sure both your ties are out. Pull that one out. And there we have it, y'all. It took 2 rolls of 5.5 inch mesh. It's 15 inches long. And I got these from Hobby Lobby. But you'll need 3 rolls because we're not done with the burlap. Alright, y'all, when we come back, we'll fire up your glue gun because we're going to start adding the harness.